Myself and Benson here, cast on main stage for the first time. Yes. Extremely excited for this game.
Yeah, we have two absolute giants from Call of Duty. To our right, we obviously have Optic Gaming. Many people know them in Europe for winning, obviously, EGL 5 and EGL 7. As well as that, you know, they have a list of accomplishments, you know, first in the Frag Cup 3 and a few other tournaments over in the US as well. And to our left, we have Leverage. And they are just a team that you can never underestimate. Obviously, the likes of Nadeshot, teepee, Aches, and obviously John, who was actually here last time, playing under Fear, so it should be a good lineup.
Well, let's go straight on into this game. teepee opening things up with the kill against Merc. That's actually 3 down against Optic. Leverage with a brilliant start.
Yeah, and the great thing about this game is obviously these two teams scrim a lot online, so they're going to know each other's game style absolutely on a pin, and we're now on board with Aches. He's making his way down the Esky side. He sees Scump and he takes him down. Nice play, and now he has some support as well in the form of Nadeshot, and there is going to be someone right at the back of that flag. Aches needs to be very careful, does take down Big Timer, as it looks like Nade's actually pulled that flag. Nice play coming from Nadeshot, unfortunately couldn't get away, but has the support of Aches, and can he pick off the two-piece? No, he gets shut down by Rambo in the back of the spawn. Optic Gaming on the back foot, but as we've seen so many times, Optic Gaming, they can play on the back foot if necessary, and that's nice play coming from Legend, picking off two-piece. Can they get the third? Yes, they can. Nice play coming from teepee, and this could well actually be a flag. Merc does take down Aches, but he's going to be last player. teepee's going to say thank you very much. That is going to be 1-0 to Leverage with 3 minutes 38 still to play, and Optic already on the back foot. I didn't actually see this coming, if I'm honest. Nice play coming from Scumpy, picking off a two-piece, and John needs to do a little bit defensive, but that flag's away.
Oh, Scumpy on absolute fire there, taking out kill after kill. teepee finally ending that spree, but they are in trouble now, and Optic are pulling this right back. They're on a really good flag run, and it's going to be up to Nadeshot to do something here. Not the best of stuns, but he can still stop this.
Yeah, Nadeshot, that was so unfortunate. He actually stunned himself. Not much he could do, but Aches is there. He jumps the corner. If he'd have managed to make that kill, that would have been great play. Did manage to take down Rambo with that Semtex, but that flag has gone in. 2 minutes 22. The two American giants, we have Leverage and Optic Gaming 1-1. Obviously, this is the first map. This is a best of 5 series, so there is still plenty of gameplay to see, but that's some nice shots there from John taking down Merc, and he is going to actually push for that flag and pull it away. Has the pistol out, but Big Timer was there to shut him down. And this is the problem. If Optic can get another one player down, you know, Leverage, they're going to be in a deep amount of trouble. We go on to Aches now, as he does take down Scumpy at that B-dom area. Rambo responds by taking down teepee, and it looks like Leverage now, they're going to try and settle for the 1-1 on this side. Maybe they prefer playing on the opposite side.
Absolutely. It looked like quite a strong push there from Optic, but that was just stopped in its tracks as 3 of them go down. Now Leverage do have the potential to actually move out and try something here as we move into the final 15 seconds of the first half of round number 1. Yeah,
you can see exactly how much this game means to each other, the way Nadeshot's playing that. He does not want to risk a thing. These two are massive rivals, as you would expect. You know, they've met very early on at EGL 8, which is, in a way, I think it's quite good for the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we were discussing earlier, if we actually look at the bracket, an American team is going home top 32, I think.
Yes, that was what we found out, because a lot of people said, yep, the Americans, they're going to finish all top 5. And I would like to say I was one of the only casters that said that they wouldn't. Yeah, unfortunately, he did get shut down immediately there by Merc. Big Timer doing a little bit of defensive work, taking Nade off that top model area. And that is now going to allow him to advance up the map as he cooks that nade towards Soda. Don't think that's actually going to connect just yet. And he does get naded by himself. He is going to be weak. He needs to try and make that kill. Nice play from Big Timer, taking down John. Scumpy takes down Aches as well. And once again, we're just going to see Optic push further forward to see if they can try and get a few more kills.
Yeah, it's really interesting watching Optic play. As soon as they get 2 down, they go on a big push, trying to find that third, and then they know they've got 4 versus 1. We can see Rambo now doing some objective work as he pushes this all the way to top Eskies. He does have the support of his teammates, and this is looking very good for Optic.
Yeah, that was a fantastic flag pull there by Rambo. Normally you would just go straight down the middle of the map, but he knows exactly where his teammates are, and he's pulled that top Eskies. But he does actually get shut down by teepee. That's some fantastic shots. If teepee can get the second, but no, Scumpy is there to do some nice defensive work. But it looks like that flag has been returned, and teepee actually killed Scumpy with a nade after he died.
I mean, it's actually really interesting to see Optic out of the comfort zone. Every time we've ever seen them play, they've just stormed through it. It's been just comfortable wins. They've not really had any major substantial challenges, but at the moment here, Leverage bringing it to the table, trying to claim their dominance here.
Yeah, that is actually going to be 3 down. That's going to be 4 down, and you can hear Optic Gaming giving the shout out of go, pull that flag. Scumpy doing the objective work this time. He's going to get that flag away, and unless Leverage can get a very good stun over that, is going to be a cap, and that is going to put Optic Gaming 2-1 in the lead with 1 minute 54 still to play.
And they may actually be set up here for a relay, because the kill feed continually dominated there by Optic. This is looking really good now, and surely one more flag capture by them would secure this map.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Rambo with that flag. It looks like flag has actually been counterpulled by John, and he takes down Rambo. Can he get the return? Scumpy left in absolute no man's land at that ADOM area, but Merc does shut him down, and it looks like that flag is going to get returned. Scumpy's going to be very, very close to it, but he's actually opting to go straight towards the enemy flag and just trying to get some cover. Nice play there by Scumpy, getting the map control. They can leave that flag where it is just now as Scumpy gets the two-piece, taking down Aches as well. Really, really intelligent play from Scumpy.
I mean, the kill by Merc to actually get that flag drop down, so important. Otherwise, that would have been away. And finally, Scumpy is going to be able to get that return after picking up kill after kill. Finally, his spree is ended by Nadeshot.
Yeah, Optic, like you say, they don't need to do anything stupid now. They don't need to commit 4 players onto the enemy flag. They can just literally absorb the pressure as it comes from Leverage. And right now, Leverage don't seem to be able to put enough pressure. Oh, if Big Timer would drop there, but he does. Nadeshot jumps in and takes down Big Timer. But immediately, where is that flag? It's not even been pulled. So unfortunately, Nadeshot not able to do any work. And with 10 seconds left, that is going to be the first map to Optic Gaming. And Leverage already behind, but obviously just off that first map we saw it was very close between both teams. You can see these two, they know each other's styles very, very well from the scrimming they played. Rambo standing up, giving the high fives. A great team captain.
Yeah, I mean, there was absolutely nothing that Leverage could do when we passed that 10-second mark, even if they had picked up the flag. I think it was Scumpy who picked up the final kill, just throwing the Semtex in there just to make sure that even if someone was going to run on it and make a pull, that it would secure the kill.
Speaking of Aches, we are actually on board with Aches in this search and destroy on Carbon, and it looks like Leverage are going to be on the attack first. And let's have a look how they're going to set up. It looks like they may have actually decided to go towards the B-bomb, maybe.
It seems like that's going to be the case as Aches takes the kill against Big Timer. And all that stuff we were saying before, it just goes to show you these guys are professionals. These are the best of the best. And that's what makes these matchups so interesting. A fantastic shot by Nadeshot to take out Merc there. Nadeshot was caught off guard, but still managed to make the kill. But he was so weak that Scumpy manages to end him there with a grenade to the face.
Yeah, that's unfortunate from Nadeshot. He was just a little bit too weak. That nade hit him clean in the face and shut him down. TP is going to be left in this 1 versus 2 scenario up against Rambo and Scumpy. And, if there's 2 players in Modern Warfare 3 you don't want to see yourself last alive against, it's going to be them 2.
Well, let's see if he can pull this off. Interestingly, he doesn't have the bomb as of yet, but he is moving towards that area. He's got to be careful because to his knowledge, he doesn't know if they know the bomb is down, but here is a gunfight. TP needs to make this kill quick because swinging right round the back of him is going to be the other Optic player, a pincer attack to end TP.
Absolutely, we go ahead and change team once again. Get on board with Leverage, and they are now going to be on the attacking side. We're on board with Nadeshot. He has the bomb, and he is going to be... Yeah, I love that spot. I always go at that spot on this map. Something about it, it's a really, really good spot, but obviously there are, again, those red barrels he needs to be a little bit cautious of, and he's going to engage in a gunfight cross-map. Few hit markers. Scumpy takes down TP with one of those barrels, and Nade manages just to avoid it. And he's going to throw that stun of his own, disconnect with a hit marker, but now locating someone maybe at the back of this bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, Nadeshot, what he's doing here is checking the obvious positions, and he's being very, very cautious because he knows if he just runs straight into that room, there is going to be somebody aiming down there. Yeah. So he's hoping for the support of his teammates. Let's see what those guys are up to. We can see John just holding back a little bit there, and if we watch Aches,
just by scrolling through, we can see exactly which bomb site they're going for. And 1 minute 39, still plenty of time as it stands. It is a 3 versus 3 scenario. Aches with a few shots fired. Nadeshot does pick off Scumpy, and that was going to be the player Aches was actually shooting at. And you see Aches immediately just rotating back, just covering that cross map. He doesn't want Nadeshot to be shot from behind. That is the worst possible thing that could happen right now. And you see the awareness from Aches, although he does actually get stunned. He needs to be a little bit more cautious. You see him pre-aiming that middle section. And all he has is someone trying to get that jump shot. It is going to be Rambo. And Rambo takes down Nate though. And oh, wow, Aches, that was a nice headshot there on Rambo.
It was, and I was fearing for the worst there. If we just switch over to Big Timer, last alive for his team now as he is in a 1 versus 2. Let's see what he can do here. John, not having the best game, but look at Aches there, 4 kills and only 1 death. Aches playing absolutely brilliantly here in Search and Destroy, making use of every single object on the map to just try and get cover behind. A very, very smart play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Big Timer does get shut down by Aches in that B bomb site.
I mean, what's actually great there, and it's the second time we've actually seen it from these teams, is the pincer attacks that they do. The communication within each team is absolutely perfect. It is spot on. They know exactly where every single player is. And this is a fantastic push by Rambo, who manages to take out Nadeshot, but he's extremely weak, and he needs to stay alive.
Yeah, the problem Rambo has there is he's Leverage going to know exactly where he is. And you see he's just trying to throw that crimsix in the obvious spots. Really smart play, but that was a good initial rush there from Optic Gaming. With 2 minutes 5, they seem to be positioned quite nicely, and Rambo has just seen one of those leverage players, but leverage currently are in the lead. Let's not forget, 2-1 in the search and destroy, but down 1 map in this best of 5.
Absolutely. Rambo, though, under heavy fire. They know his exact location. He's pinned in, he's in trouble, and he needs his teammates' help. Unfortunately for him, though, teepee picking up the 2Ps against Merc and Scumpy, and that means we are in a 2 versus 3 leverage, bringing it to the table here on Search and Destroy. Fantastic play, and they could be taking this to a 3-1 lead.
It looks like it may go that way, as Rambo just being a sneaky ninja, shall we say. That's very smart play, but just while he does that, we will switch up and see where Big Timer is. And he's located himself mid-map just so he has some good map control. And that bomb has gone down, so that is going to be 40 seconds now for leverage to try and get that defuse, as Rambo does take down Aches. And it looks like Big Timer should get a nice shot there on John, and it is going to be a 2 versus 1 scenario. And there is
Big
teepee.
Timer.
Big Timer, nice play.
Yep. So 1 minute 30 left. Nadeshot in a very familiar position. He's done that pretty much every attack so far.
Yeah,
and he's clearly the bomb planter for his team.
Yep, and Scumpy was in that B building, and he said, thank you very much to Nadeshot. And you've got to wonder, like I said earlier on, these two teams, they scrim each other all the time online. Knowing each other's tactics is really going to be one of the things you do actually have to think about a little bit more. And maybe you have to try and guess in as whether doing something completely random would actually benefit you a little bit more.
Yeah, just to completely throw them off guard. It's what a lot of top teams say. They don't like scrimming or practicing against the more unknown teams because they're unpredictable. They've never played them before. They don't know what tricks they've got up the sleeve. But these teams should know each other inside out by now. teepee there, almost mind-reading one of the Optic players. And interestingly, not running completely away. Oh, and Scumpy does manage to get the kill against Scumpy and teepee.
Wow. That's Scumpy at his finest. I mean, I think it was teepee who actually knew exactly where he was anyway. And he has just actually been outgunned by Scumpy. That's fantastic play coming from Scumpy in that B-bomb site. 3-2 to Optic Gaming in the search and destroy. Obviously, in this best of 5, Optic did take that first CTF arcade, and it was 2 flags to 1. So it was very close. And again, we're seeing that use of smoke grenades, and Rambo really utilising that rush tactic, but he does get shut down this time by teepee. And teepee's going to take down Scumpy as well. So Merc is going to be left in a 2 versus 4 scenario with Big Timer and Leverage saying they're not out of it yet.
Absolutely not. I mean, Optic here at game point here in winner bracket round number 4. Game number 2, like you said before, Benson, they have already taken that capture flag on arcade in 2-1. But this round isn't looking too great for them. That said, Merc doing what he can as he takes out Aches with the headshot.
I absolutely love that spot in that top container. It is the dirtiest of spots you'll ever see. That little small hole, Merc utilising that to his absolute finest, getting a nice headshot there on Aches, who was actually trying to head count the stairs. And now we are going to see Merc be a little bit more aggressive, although they do have that one issue of that little icon we can see on the screen. You see Merc trying to rotate around the map. And he's anticipating someone to be in this B building, but at the minute it doesn't look like there's actually anyone there.
I mean, I was about to say that could potentially tell Merc that they know the bomb is down. So it's going to be interesting to see how he actually plays this. Remember, he does have the support of his teammate Big Timer. If we switch back to Merc and see how he's going to continue. He's actually swinging right round the back of Leverage here, trying something interesting. And will he be expecting this? That's the question.
Yeah, it just begs the question, like you say, are Leverage aware that that bomb is in fact down? If they are, you know, what we're seeing right now is just essentially a waste of time. It's annoying to say, but that is essentially what it could be, as we finally see Merc being a little bit more aggressive, just trying to check as many corners as possible, and he's doing a good job so far, managing to advance a little bit further forward up the map, but 40 seconds left to go, essentially, and, you know, they really need to try and make a push right now. Yeah,
Merc's really taking his time on this, as is Big Timer, moving up as a unit together so that if one of them does go down, at least they should make that counter kill. It's going to be extremely difficult, not only because of the time left on the clock, but because it is a 2 versus 3, and they're trying to find the kill before they go for the bomb plant, but with 25 seconds left, they're going to have to try something extremely risky about now.
Yeah, they are, and teepee is going to say, thank you very much, Big Timer. He knew exactly what was going on there, and teepee's an experienced enough player not to do anything stupid, just to take his time, stay composed, and Merc is actually just going to run all the way back into his map. He knows he's not going to be able to clutch this with 8 seconds left.
Well, as every single second ticks away and we enter the final minute here of this round, it's just looking better and better for Optic, to the extent where Nadeshot having to pre-fire and take these chances. They're going to have to take a risk as Rambo takes down teepee and Scumpy takes down Nadeshot. It is going to mean Aches. He's all on his own in a 1 versus 4 with 45 seconds left.
This is not looking good for Leverage, if I'm completely honest. He has 42 seconds to get 4 kills and or get that bomb down. It's a huge task for Aches, and he is going to see one. Does take down Rambo, nice play, but can he find another 3 players? And normally what you would expect is those 3 Optic players to rush straight towards that red dot, see if they can pick off the kill, but they are far, far too intelligent to do that. They are just going to wait that time down.
Absolutely, and if nothing else, one player will be just hiding in a corner somewhere on the map just to make sure they secure the victory here. They know that that bomb has not been picked up, they know it's not being planted, and if there's any time to check a bomb site, it is right about now. And Aches knows it's over. A 4-3 victory for Optic.
Yeah, Optic. We'd love to say that was convincing, but to be fair, Leverage really have got them on the run. I mean, 2-0 sounds a lot more convincing than we've actually seen. 1 flag cap and 1 round in S&D. That is all that is to separate Leverage and Optic Gaming right now. Going to be on board with John to start with, obviously playing for Team Leverage. And they are going to be on the good side of Lockdown. But what's interesting is, as I've been walking around today, I don't know if they've patched the game or something's happened, but the so-called strong side, I haven't seen those convincing 3-0 flag victories that we're used to. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this game.
Well, first blood there goes to Merc and Optic Gaming as Nadeshot drops to the floor. Rambo managing to follow that up against John, who really hasn't got off the starting block for his team. He needs to be picking it up right now if he wants to keep his team in this game.
If there's a game he's going to do it, he has to do it right now. He cannot afford to have another bad game. One more bad game and that could be leveraged down into the losers bracket, which isn't where you want to be, especially after day 1. But we are now on board with teepee, and that's some nice shots on Scumpy. John takes down Merc as well. teepee can now afford to be a little bit more aggressive, and you just see him checking that spawn. He doesn't want to push too far because he doesn't want to flip it, but that's nice play by teepee, taking down Rambo straight off spawn and immediately double stun nading. But this is where he needs the support from his teammates. His teammates need to be pulling that flag, and that's exactly what John has done. And teepee is going to be on that spawn trap all day long.
This is sublime play from teepee here. Such crucial kills, just allowing his team to glide in there and take that flag uncontested. And that is going to be flag capture number 1 in about 1 minute for Leverage. So here we go, they are bringing this back.
Default now over to John, who does shut down Rambo on that top Ivy. 2 minutes 27 still to go. That flag has been pulled and immediately dropped, but John takes down Scumpy with the pistol, and he's going to actually opt to run this corridor, and he does have the support of Aches, who's going to be on that church spawn trap. teepee shutting down Merc, and this looks like this is going to be 2-0 unless there is an Optic player somewhere, which I don't think there is. 2-0 with 2 minutes 11 still to go. Leverage, they could essentially try and make this 4 if they have some good spawn traps from teepee.
They are just going in right now, and John actually ran that entire flag with 2 single bullets in his pistol. He was completely dependent on his teammates, and it's that sort of teamwork and chemistry that is so important in the game, because he needed to get that home as quick as possible.
Yeah, absolutely, but Optic seem to I think what they're going to do now is essentially dig themselves in, just ensure they don't concede another flag. They could even technically stalemate if necessary. And teepee get turned on by Rambo. That was disgusting. But Merc shuts down Aches as well, but the flag has been shut down by Nadeshot with the explosion. I think he actually blew up the car from a cross map nade. So smart play coming from Nadeshot, but if I'm Leverage now, I really want to try and get that 1 more flag.
The flag has been returned. It was in an extremely dangerous area there, so that's great play from Leverage. Nadeshot going in now is going to be doing some work on these spawns and hoping his teammates can go in. No, he's spotted no one's there, and he's actually going for this himself. He wants to run this home, managing to take out Rambo, and if he can get 1 more kill, this should seal the deal, but no, Scumpy takes him out.
2-0 isn't the strongest lead we've ever seen on CTF Lockdown, let's be honest. It's pretty fragile, especially when you consider Optic Gaming. They're going to be on the good side next side, and we've seen what they can do in the past on the good side of Lockdown. They can really tear it up. Saw that stalemate pull by probably the likes of Nadeshot, but we'll change team, and we will get on board with Optic Gaming, who are going to be on the good side. And we'll see if they can implement that spawn trap that we saw teepee do so very, very nicely the entire side of that Lockdown.
Scumpy bottom fragging for his team. That is not something you see all too often. Well, now that he's going to be in his element, pushing up extremely aggressively, let's see if that changes.
Yeah, Scumpy did just get an early kill there on Aches as well, and he's going to get the knife on John. Scuff knife?
Quite possibly.
That was really, really nice play from Scumpy, as he does get the spawn kills, taking out teepee. There is 1 more behind him. Has got that stun off though, so he could actually opt to go for the pull, but I think he's just waiting for his teammates to get into a better position to make sure that that pull will stick, as there is Merc. So this now is where Optic are very dangerous. Rambo picking off a 2-piece. Nadeshot taking down big time with a flag has been pulled, but also counter pulled, and this is what I said. Nadeshot is going to go for that counter pull, and he's probably just going to run that straight through church, but Scumpy is in hot pursuit. He needs to be careful, and oh wow.
Optic are hungry for this, and they are very, very close to actually capturing this flag. Interestingly, Leverage caught it when there was 3 minutes 59 on the clock, almost an identical time there, so evenly matched once again.
Yeah, like we said, so hard to pick between the 2 teams, but Optic off to a good start of this round, but Aches and teepee getting 2 kills of their own, and Let's have a look how Rambo's going to do it. He knows there's going to be a player in that corridor. Goes for the double stun. This should be a relatively simple kill for Rambo, surely. Does take down Aches, but there is John as well. Nadeshot's going to take down Merc, and Leverage all of a sudden have a little bit of momentum. Scumpy needs to do some defensive work. You see him cycle back towards his flag. There is going to be John, and oh, sit down, John. That was fantastic play from Scumpy. Doesn't need to go for the return just yet. That flag's actually further away than it was when it was on base, so they can actually afford to leave it and just power through in towards Leverage spawn.
The momentum of Scumpy here, just storming straight forward, kill after kill after kill against Teepee, almost taking out the entire Leverage team. John all on his own now, and Scumpy's going to take advantage of this. Another kill there against Nadeshot. This is fantastic play. He's on an absolute rampage. Is he going to make it another? Oh, he's just making sure he stays alive. Very wise play from Scump.
Yeah, and he does actually get shut down. That's going to be all 4 players down. Can Leverage push up the map? That's the question. They're certainly not going to be able to pull that flag quick enough, but they could try and get that valuable map control that we keep talking about. And we're on board with Merc now, I believe. He is stunned. Yeah, it is in fact Merc. And he's just anticipating someone to be on that back staircase. Hasn't seen anyone just yet, but there is, I think that's Nadeshot. A few shots fired, does get that kill, and he is going to cycle straight towards those spawns.
Well, here we go. It's Rambo with that flag, and it's a very, very convincing run here. Merc with some brilliant supporting play. He's not making it a second kill, but importantly, he's just holding TP back. There we go. And this is looking like it is going to be 2-0. And all that needs to happen now, a single flag capture could change this from either team, but Optic are on the better side with 2 minutes 22 left. If we just quickly bring up the scoreboard as well, see how each player is faring up. We can see it's fairly evenly spread, but with regards to actual kills there, Scump actually bringing it right back as predicted there, 18 to his name.
Oh, Merc. Oh, that's 4 down. Wow, Optic going in right there with 4 kills and the flag pull. Scumpy, you can just hear the comms from where we're sat, 1 minute 35. This flag should actually go down, but it seems like Nadeshot has got out. John and Aches picking off some kills, so Scumpy could be in a little bit of trouble. He's throwing those stuns. He should cap this, but does actually get some kind of get the cap.
And he gets it. That is going to be 3-2 now to Optic. Incredibly close. Scump was actually left on his own against the majority of the Leverage side. Oh, and Scump following it over the kill against John.
Oh no, Merc shuts down TP as well. Nadeshot needs to just try and put a halt to this rampage, and that's exactly what he's done. Takes down Merc, takes down Big Timer, Aches takes down Scumpy. That is going to be Rambo left, last alive. He is in a very good position though. He is on that back of the flag. 1 minute left. Leverage need a flag, and they need it now. Obviously, time is of the essence as it stands. Optic Gaming go through.
Well, we're seeing ourselves in a very interesting situation in that the side that is usually extremely defensive is now having to push right out of the comfort zone, because with 44 seconds left, they have to get this flag and bring it to a tie. Optic doing everything in their power to prevent that. Once again, Scumpy picking up kills and doing work, but the flag has been pulled by Nadeshot, who takes out Scump.
Oh my god, Nadeshot, that was fantastic play. And he's going to get the second as well, shutting down Merc. This is a fantastic run by Nadeshot, but there is Big Timer to get that crucial kill. Can he get the flag return? Yes, he can. Shuts down TP with the stun as well. And the Optic players, they know that's game. However, the flag has actually been pulled, so let's not count it out just yet. Merc is going to get that shot on John, and that now, after that return, is going to be game, set, and match Optic Gaming.
That was absolutely huge. Some crucial kills being made at the final seconds there that could have easily seen this game go to tiebreaker. But it is going to be a 3-0 victory for Optic Gaming. Not a convincing one by any means. And as we said, the 3-0 scoreline doesn't quite justify how well Leverage played there. You know, every single player in that game has played fantastically. If we just quickly reflect on the actual games that have taken place, Capture the Flag, Arcade, 2-1 to Optic. Search and Destroy Carbon, 4-3 to Optic. Capture the Flag on Lockdown, 3-2 to Optic. Every single time, 1 point difference.
Yeah, it was incredibly close. And I think what we've got to remember as well is that the rivalry these two teams have online, they scrim all the time. It's always close. I mean, Optic Gaming sometimes don't actually have the best of the online scrimmages like a lot of people know, but they come to LAN and they absolutely tear it up, exactly like we saw them do it there.